What is up, guys? So with Black Lightning debuting in 2 weeks, in like 10 days, I thought I'd go over every single character that will appear in the first season. I'm going over main characters and recurring characters. Every character that has been confirmed, I'll be talking about them, telling you about who they are, who they are in the comics, and what they look like now in the show, and also their character descriptions. So without further ado, let's start the video with the first character being obviously Black Lightning. Black Lightning, aka Jefferson Pierce, played by Cress Williams, is the title and main character of the show, and his character description reads: a retired superhero with the ability to harness and control electricity, who becomes a principal at a charter high school. He returns to fighting crime thanks to his daughter and the threat of a star student being recruited by a local gang, that gang probably being the 100. So Black Lightning has the power of electrokinesis, which in the character description reads: he has the ability to harness and control electricity, so he can generate electricity from his body and control that same electricity. Jefferson Pierce is also the father of Jennifer Pierce and Anissa Pierce, who are Thunder and Lightning, respectively. Actually, no, Lightning and Thunder, respectively, and the ex-husband of Lynn Pierce, which brings me to the next character. Christine Adams plays Lynn Pierce, and her character description reads: Jefferson Pierce's ex-wife. Not much of a character description, but what I find interesting about this character is that in the comics, her name is Lynn Stewart, and was originally supposed to be the sister of John Stewart. And although that never actually came to fruition in the comics, it would be awesome if they brought that onto the show. It would be a pretty perfect way to bring a Green Lantern into a dctv show, maybe in like season 2 or 3. And while her name is Lynn Pierce, her maiden name might still be Stewart. So Lynn Stewart, the sister of John Stewart, that would be pretty cool. Lynn Pierce is also the ex-wife of Jefferson Pierce and the mother of Anissa and Jennifer Pierce. Speaking of, China Ann McClain plays Jennifer Pierce, and her character description reads: Jefferson's younger daughter, who is, quote, an independent, outspoken scholar athlete with a wild streak of her own. I don't know why that's a quote inside of a quote, probably because somebody in the show says that exact thing. Maybe Jefferson says that, maybe a teacher of hers says that, who knows, but she is an independent, outspoken scholar athlete with a wild streak of her own. During season 1, Jennifer, or at least in the pilot episode, Jennifer gets in trouble with a gang called the 100, which is what makes Black Lightning come out of retirement. In the comics, Jennifer is the superhero named Lightning, which she might become during this season, but considering she's still in high school and nothing's been revealed, she hasn't had a costume or anything revealed, and she's in high school, I doubt an overprotective father like Black Lightning, which he has been described as overprotective, will let her become a superhero, at least until she graduates, which is why she probably won't become Lightning until season 2 or 3. In the comics, Jennifer, or aka Lightning, has the ability to turn into sentient lightning, and she can shoot electricity, can absorb energy, and can fly. Those are some interesting powers, especially the turning into sentient lightning, which might be a little expensive, which is maybe that's why they're waiting a little bit to have her use her powers, and maybe they won't even use the sentient lightning thing anyway, but if they do, that'd be pretty cool. Also, she can fly, unlike the other two, Thunder and Black Lightning. Speaking of Thunder, Nafessa Williams plays Anissa Pierce, aka Thunder, and her character description reads: Jefferson's older daughter who is in medical school and teaches part-time at Jefferson's school. Anissa will definitely become Thunder during season 1 because her costume was actually revealed in this poster. And actually, this poster was the reason I'm making this video, or at least it was the thing that led me to making this video, because I was going to make a video about the costume, tell you guys what I thought about it, but it was going to be such a short video that I thought might as well not do it. It's really no point. But then I thought this is the perfect time to do in every Black Lightning characters that will appear in season 1, which is why I made this video. Now, the costume, I think it looks pretty good. Everything outside of the torso looks really great, like really high quality costume, but the torso, especially the lightning, looks very cheap. I'm hoping during the show they use some sort of visual effect to enhance the lightning on her costume, because right now it doesn't look that great. The mask too doesn't look that great. Same thing with Black Lightning. Both of their masks are just doesn't look good. There's no point in it because it doesn't conceal their identity in the slightest. Now, Thunder, at least in the comics, has the ability to control her density, which means that she can make herself heavier or lighter, or even invulnerable if her density is increased enough. Anissa will either be lesbian or bisexual, considering one of the recurring characters' descriptions, which is actually comic book accurate since Anissa is a lesbian in the comics. The character I was just talking about, Grace Choi, who is played by Chantal Few. I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce Chantal's last name, but whatever. She's a recurring character, and her description reads, a bartender who becomes the love interest of Anissa, which shows that Anissa will be lesbian, or at least bisexual. So, Grace Choi is a DC character who is a member of the Outsiders, just like Black Lightning, so it might be that this TV show will turn out to be an Outsiders TV show. Maybe they'll introduce Metamorpho, and maybe Katana will come around into the show, which those are both members of the Outsiders. Batman's definitely not going to be on this show, but Grace Choi is actually half Amazon, half Amazonian, which means superhuman strength, durability, speed, stamina, and other things like healing, and she's also a hand-to-hand combatant. Now, I don't think they're going to use the Amazonian thing in the TV show, because Warner Brothers probably won't let them. They're probably going to stick with just hand-to-hand combat and no superpowers, but that's pretty cool too. This is a pretty interesting character, in my opinion. The next character is Peter Gamby, played by James Remar, and his character description reads, Jefferson's oldest friend who becomes a father figure and mentor to him, and works as his tailor. When they say tailor, they mean the person who makes Black Lightning's costume, and will probably also make Thunder and Lightning's costume, and maybe even Grace Choi's costume if she ever becomes a superhero like she did in the comics. The most interesting thing about Gamby is that in the comics he was a hitman when he was younger, and he was responsible for the death of Black Lightning's father, which would be a great source of drama for the show. Now, sadly, they're not using this because of the main villain's character description. Peter Gamby definitely did not kill Black Lightning's father, but I just thought I'd mention that because I thought that would be... I'm a little disappointed that they're not doing this, because this would have been a great source of drama, and it would have been good drama for the show. Also, his brother makes the costumes for the Central City Rogues, which would be a pretty cool crossover with The Flash. Next up is Henderson, who is played by Damon Gupton, and his character description reads, a veteran detective inspector with the police who becomes an unlikely ally to Jefferson, despite his role in the community. Every CW DC show needs a police character. Well, at least The Flash and Arrow have one, Quentin Lance and Joe West, respectively. Supergirl doesn't have one because it was originally a CBS show, which doesn't count, and Legends doesn't have one because it wouldn't really fit. Well, I guess you could kind of say that right now the Time Bureau are those characters, but whatever. The CW gets their own police character in Inspector William Henderson, or at least I assume it's William Henderson because that's the only Inspector Henderson in the DC Comics, but it's not specifically confirmed that his name is William. Now, just like on Arrow and The Flash, the police character has a daughter in Taisha Henderson, who is played by Kiana Simone Simpson, who is a recurring character with the description Jennifer Pierce's best friend and the daughter of Henderson, who encourages Jennifer to challenge her perfect image. Kaisha isn't a character in the comics, so I don't know much about her, but I'm assuming that by encourages Jennifer to challenge her perfect image would make Jennifer go to the 100 or something, or maybe even become a superhero and become Lightning. Next up is Edwina Findley as Tory Whale, who is a recurring character with the character description Tobias Whale's younger sister. So Tori's not a comic book character, and considering she's not a comic book character and her description gives away basically nothing, it's just like Lynn's description, which just says Black Lightning's ex-wife. This is just Tobias Whale's younger sister. Doesn't really give much away. So considering I don't even know who she is and the description says nothing, there's really not much to talk about. But that does bring us to the last character in Tobias Whale, who is the main character of the season, who is played by Marvin Jones III, with the description a former politician who rose through the ranks of local government through corruption, but was brought down by Alvin Pierce, Jefferson's father. After killing Alvin, Tobias was exiled, only to become the leader of the 100 gang. Okay, so this description confirmed that Peter Gamby didn't actually kill Black Lightning's father, and Tobias killed him instead, which is a little disappointing, but whatever, I'll get over it. Tobias Whale is a black albino, and is the head of the 100, which is the gang that Jennifer gets in trouble with, like I said in the beginning of the video. So Black Lightning comes out of retirement, so it's all connected. So those are all the main characters / recurring characters that will appear in Season 1 of Black Lightning, or at least the characters that have been confirmed. Which character are you most excited for? Let me know in the comments down below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.